us is the president of the Jerusalem Centre for Security and Foreign Affairs, Dr. Dan Diker. Dan, there seems to be a bit of a difference now between where Israel stands on what should happen in concluding this conflict and where America stands. America could be wanting a deal much more than Israel. Does that difference of opinion perhaps put a fly in the ointment?
Oh, hang on.
I think not. I think that... are we all right?
Yeah, it's good. Keep going.
There's just a little delay on the line.
Yeah,
Apologies.
Pleasure. It's good to be with you again on GB News. I believe very strongly the evidence suggests that the United States and Israel are very closely aligned on the war aims, which is to stop this genocidal Nazi regime from staying as a lock. To put a lock on and kidnap the global economy through the Strait of Hormuz, which more than 20% of the world's energy supply passes. And it's very good news that the United Kingdom and France will be co-hosting a Hormuz strategy, if you will, meeting in Paris, because this is an international crisis. This is not a crisis between Israel, the United States, and Iran. Let's bear in mind that this regime, for 47 years, has vowed to destroy the one and only mini-Jewish state. It has vowed to destroy the West. That includes the United Kingdom. And the over 20 assassination attempts on the United Kingdom itself, in addition to threats to hit any Western ships that go through the Hormuz, beyond the fact that the Iranian regime has already assaulted sovereign British territory, both in Cyprus and in the port in Diego Garcia. So this has already been a casus belli against the great United Kingdom, and it really requires the Western alliance, all of it, to come together and ensure that the Strait, which is the Strait of Hormuz, is an international waterway. The Iranian regime insists that it's Iranian territory, and they will do everything now to stall, to buy time in Pakistan while its Hezbollah proxy attacks Israeli homes and schools in Israel and keeps the Straits mined and terrorized. This is the goal of the Iranian regime, and we must understand as the Western Alliance that it is the responsibility of the West to keep international waterways free, the way the United Kingdom did it after Saddam Hussein during the Iraq-Iran war, as well as following 9/11.
All right, Dan, I'm going to ask you, though, because Iran would argue that Israel broke the ceasefire because they fired into Lebanon. Now, they are all saying, and when the Pakistani negotiators were asked, they apparently said that Lebanon was in the ceasefire. So can you clarify whether it was or it wasn't?
Well, if you listen to J.D. Vance, the U.S. Vice President, as well as the President, as well as the Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, it clearly was not included in what is not, it was not a ceasefire. I mean, the United States was ceasing and the Iranians were firing, but they weren't firing from Tehran necessarily for the moment. They were firing from their multi-front areas, this time in Lebanon. Lebanon is not a Lebanese territory. The southern Hezbollah in Lebanon is an Iranian terror proxy. They have kidnapped and they kidnapped and control Lebanon today. And they do it politically, governmentally, and they do it in terms of terror. So the Iranian regime has never stopped firing. They're firing indiscriminately to kill as many children in Israel as possible. And Israel will not allow this to happen. The Iranian regime, for so many times over the last 47 years, has overplayed its hand because it is, again, an apocalyptic, a jihadistic regime that has sworn its commitment to destroying the small Jewish state. And Israel will not allow that to happen. And at this point, it is continuing to fight Iran over the border of Lebanon, fighting the Iranian regime as well. If the Houthis make a mistake and if they decide to get involved from Yemen, which is also a threat to Saudi Arabia. And let's be very clear that the diplomatic relations, the first time ever since the founding of both states, that the government of Lebanon, of course, excluding Hezbollah, and the government of Israel are in direct negotiations in Washington. This has a lot of Saudi backing to it, and this is a very important message to the jihadistic Iranian regime that the Middle East, especially the Gulf and the Arab world, are very much in the corner of the Western alliance and are prepared to support a completely new approach to a more stable Middle East that does not include this terribly violent Iranian regime that has no place in a Middle East that seeks prosperity, stability, and security.
OK. Well, Dr. Dan Diker of the JCFA, thanks indeed for joining us.
That's the Jerusalem Centre for Security and Foreign Affairs. Thank you.
Thank you ever so much.
Thank you so much.